Hey, how you doing? What's up? I'm gonna let you know a little bit about the Zoom L20R. I've had it for about a year now, and I want to tell you what I like about it and some things that I'm not a big fan about, but not deal breakers. So I'm just gonna run through them quick. So everything you want to do as far as running this for a live event is going to be iPad based. All of the knobs here that you only have a gain and a comp knob. You do have 6 different sends you could choose to use, and you can control those via knobs in a pinch, but you're better off using iPad, strictly iPad. It doesn't want to use any type of Android, Galaxy, they only developed it for iOS. So I love it. I think that it's brilliant that you can use an SD card and you can record a whole event right to the thing without a DAW. It can make a pretty good result. If you're working on a limited time, you don't want to set up a laptop with a USB. Just records to the SD card and then you're good to go. You got to make sure though that you hit the stop button and you hit the power cycle, the power switch, and let it do its shutdown cycle, because I've recorded an event and I thought that I lost the whole show because somebody hit the stop button, didn't hit the stop button, or they shut the power down prematurely, and I could see that I had a few hundred megabytes of data on the computer, but no matter what I could do, I could not recover that data. And so I looked in the forums and through YouTube comments, and I figured out that you need to put the SD card back into the device, power it on, and then try and play back to the device or something. Maybe you don't have to do that, but it just kind of repaired itself just by plugging in the SD card into the thing, powering it up, repaired itself. I was able to get the files, thank goodness. Not a bad thing. At least, hey, I was able to recover it. Somebody, shut it down before it stopped recording. So, I mean, that's not a bad thing. You do see that you have 6 sends here. And I'm gonna flick it over to so you have A, B, C, D, E, F, all right? And you see that you have these switches here on the top. Master, or if you compress it, it's A. You also have a switch on the bottom that's a headphone or a speaker. So this, if you're not watching, this could mess you up if you don't have these switches set correctly, because I've been trying to mix a show and the master switch was up and I was mixing monitors, and I was running really close to the show start trying to troubleshoot it. Luckily I read the manual and figured out about these switches, but when you're on the iPad and you're trying to mix into channel A, right, for your front monitor, you got to make sure that switch is down. You also want to make sure that switch is set to speaker, and then you should be good. This could be really good if you want to do like a quiet home studio practice with your band, because you have 6 headphones that you can connect. There's phono at the back, stereo, 1/4 inch TRS, and you can plug in one of these adapters here like phones, and you can run in your regular headphone jack if you don't have 1/4 inch. So you see this master select knob and all that. I don't even use that. I just prefer to use it as iPad only. Now here, I wanted to show you some interesting things about the front panel. So you see you have this host USB port. Now that could be really cool because you could put a USB stick in it, and if you go through the menu, you can definitely go in, you know, save your show, your recording to the USB stick and hand it off to somebody like your producer, whatever you want to do. That is a plus, you know. You also have these switches here in mode. So you have USB host, card reader, audio interface. When I'm USB going into my DAW, I'm definitely using the audio interface. Just want to give that. All right, here we go. That's better. Now that should help you out, right? Card reader. You know, if you flick that to card reader, and you know you can pull the files right off the SD card through USB. If you have this as USB host and you have class compliant mode turned on, from what I understand, I think that you can use this as a DAW straight into your iPad or your Galaxy Tab or whatever you want to use. I'm pretty sure you can record into a tablet. Maybe you need to be on audio interface mode, but I know this class compliant mode is definitely meant for smart devices like tablets to use this device. Now I want to take you up here to this remote. So the remote, this is a little dongle that comes shipped with it typically, and that is your Bluetooth device. If you do not have Bluetooth connectivity, make sure that you have this this remote, because that is totally your Bluetooth, and you need that. So yeah, I mean, this is a great mixer, and I think I would totally hold on to it longer. I might even buy another one. But the reason why I'm selling it is because I'm looking for something that has time code, because I'm getting more into filmmaking and that type of thing. One last thing to show you here is that you have pads at the top and you have phantom power. I mean, this mixer is sick. I wish that I had this years ago when I was doing a lot of events, but if you're doing events regularly and you know you want to record your events, you have 16 channels that you can record here of XLR TRS combo, and then you have other see 17, 18, 19, 20, as they call it, the L20R. Something that they don't really tell you about it is that the 17, 18, you see that's kind of like a stereo pair. Those tracks are kind of linked, and you do have signal monitoring LEDs on them. But I want you to know that if you're expecting to have 6 different USB sends for, you know, your monitors, you can't do that. You only have about 4. So in the app, you can control 17 and 18 to be your USB 1, 2. And then respectively for 1920, that's your USB 3, 4. And generally, it's awesome. It's good. You always have to have the iPad with this. Like, I can't stress that enough. And as you can see, I'm probably not used to having the iPad with this all the time. I kind of miss having the fader control, but you know, they do have a non-rack version of this that's more of maybe that aligns with what I expected from here, but I think it's still amazing and you're gonna love it. All right, thank you, bye.